On his first international trip, this appeared to be a president on his best behaviour. Remarkably, there were no controversial tweets and mostly only carefully prepared remarks delivered as written on the teleprompter.
A better future is only possible if your nations drive out the terrorists and drive out the extremists. Drive them out.
Of course, word of his comments in closed meetings sometimes leaked out. For example, when it came to trade, declaring Germany was bad. And what was really going on was also betrayed by the body language. His first meetings with the new French president, Emmanuel Macron, marked by handshakes that looked like a tug of war. The pictures told the story of his interaction with the Pope, with NATO allies, and even with the First Lady. We, the press, were kept well away. In 9 days of travelling, President Trump didn't even do a news conference. Here at the G7, Trump and the other leaders were on the top of the hill. We, the reporters, were kept 200 metres down below. So with very little scrutiny of the president, what more did we learn about his foreign policy and what was actually achieved? On the European leg of the tour, he was lobbied by fellow leaders on climate change, but still hasn't decided whether to stay signed up to the Paris Treaty. At NATO, his harsh criticism of other members of the alliance was certainly undiplomatic, but it was exactly what he'd said many times before on the campaign trail.
23 of the 28 member nations are still not paying what they should be paying and what they are supposed to be paying for their defense. This is not fair to the people and taxpayers of the United States.
He met the Israeli Prime Minister and the Palestinian President once again, expressing great confidence in his ability to deliver peace, but with no details whatsoever about how he would go about it.
I believe that a new level of partnership is possible and will happen, one that will bring greater safety to this region, greater security to the United States, and greater prosperity to the world.
So in terms of policy, we learned very little that was new. But perhaps the most important thing to watch from the trip were the relationships that were solidified, not with traditional European allies, but instead with two Arab leaders, the biggest arms deal in history signed with Saudi's King Salman, and the warmth and friendship with a man Obama used to keep at arm's length because of his human rights record, Egypt's President Sisi. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Sicily.